What's up, everybody? Welcome to Soft Sports. I'm your host right now, Ray. And actually, I'm going to be a co-host with my boy, Wise. Wise, how you doing?
I'm doing good today. How you doing today, Ray?
We're talking about linebackers, baby. Talking about best top 5 linebackers with a sleeper pick this video, okay? And this is going to be for the 2022 NFL Draft. Linebacker is a key position for the Texans. We feel that it is. And we wanted to bring your actual linebackers pick. So there will not be no Thibodeaux, no hybrid O's, no Njabaris, none of that stuff like that. This is just basic linebackers, whether it be a rover back or a Mac back, whatever the case may be. We have a list of guys that we're going to go over. But, again, like us, sub, we're good, go to the sauce. We're dripping. We're moving on, man. We got a lot of stuff coming. And I know, Wise, you want to say some stuff on that too. So
yeah, we got a lot of stuff coming up. Definitely hit the like button, hit the subscription button down below. Make sure you stay tuned with the sauce. Stay saucy. We always keeping all the sauce coming out with these draft videos. We got the pro days coming up soon. We got the combine coming up soon. Senior Bowl in three weeks from here. So, hey, it's in a very, very, very exciting time. Make sure you join the Patreon. The Patreon's cheap right now. You want to get grandfathered in while the fees are still cheap because, like we said, we got a lot of stuff going on with the sauce. So the Discord conversation is very great as well. You can go in there. We'll love to hear your thoughts. Like we said, we're just fans talking about what we see. We're not any analysts or anything like that. We're telling you directly how we see it, and we'll love to hear what you guys say. So get down in the comment button in the comments down below and let us know what you think. Do you disagree with our video, or do you agree with some of the guys that we're going to list in today's video?
Absolutely. And I got to tell you, going into this, Wise just made a good point. A lot of the guys we're talking about today will be at that Senior Bowl.
Yep.
Almost every one of them, as a matter of fact, will be at the Senior Bowl. So keep that in mind when we're talking. But go ahead, Wise. Well, let's get it going, man.
Yeah, so right now I want to start with a dark horse. We're going to start with a dark horse, and then we're going to work our way up. With my dark horse, Ray, I got a surprise for you. I told you I had a surprise. It's not only one Von Tito's in this draft. It's 2 Von Tito's. But this Von Tito's, he played at OU. His name is Nick Bonatinos. Yes, the inside linebacker. I like him. He has athletic skill set. He has excellent pass rushing abilities as well. We know that the Oklahoma Sooners defense did struggle a little bit this year, especially when they didn't have a lot of known commodities on the offensive side of the ball. But this guy can play as a 3-4 outside linebacker, 3-4 inside linebacker. And the reason why I put him as a dark horse is because he's not going to be a guy that, you can get him in the second round, you can get him in the first round. No, this is a guy that you can get in the 4th or 5th round that has the potential to be maybe a starter or a rotational guy that inside linebacker position. So that's why I have him as my dark horse.
That's a great pick, man. That's a good pick. No, I like Nick. And we'll come back to that. My dark horse is going to be Troy Anderson from Montana State. Troy Anderson has been at Montana State since 2017. He redshirted, but here's what's crazy about him. He's a 6'4", 235-pound guy who started off as their linebacker / running back. And then in 2018, he played quarterback for 11 games. Then he moved back to outside backer or rover backer, basically, the next season. And then he was all over the place this year. You want to talk about a field general. You want to talk about a late round steal. And again, he will be at the Senior Bowl. I really think you should keep an eye on this guy named Troy Anderson, which will take us right into the 5th one, man. The 5th one. Oh, man, this is where it gets fun. So my 5th is literally what he just said. It was Nick Bonatino.
Oh, yes, Montito.
Yeah. He is probably one of the most instinctual, versatile linebackers in this class. And again, he's not going to be your day one kind of guy. He may fall late, like he said, late 3rd, mid 4th, unless he goes and has a killer pro day or Senior Bowl or something like that. Then next thing you know, he bumps up the list. But he was my number 5, which is why I was kind of surprised he put him at the sleeper. So who you got at 5, man?
The Marvin Overshown from UT. This is a guy that plays safety. This is a guy, it was his first year at linebacker, but I like his size. 6'4", 223. He got a smaller frame for being a taller guy, but he has great cover skills. That's something the Texans have been needing for a long time. A guy that can cover linebackers. I said linebackers, that can cover tight ends, that can cover running backs out of the backfield. The guy is a great tackler too. That's the one thing I like about him. Like, for him coming to safety to be a linebacker, you do see a lot of safeties that struggle with tackling, or they're not strong in the box. This guy is strong in the box, so that's why I have him as my number 5. And like I said, with my boy Nick Bonatino, he's a guy that you're going to be able to steal later in the draft, find him in the 4th and the 5th round in the draft. So he could be another steal. That's why I have him at my number 5 pick for a linebacker. But that's going to transition us into the number 4 linebacker. And you know about this guy, Ray. He comes from Alabama. And I love Alabama linebackers. His name is Christian Harris. This man has great speed. He can pass the rush. He has great blitzing skills and all of this stuff. The one thing that I have, like, he's played for a phenomenal defense. He's a thumper. He can hit the hole hard. The one thing that I have a problem with when it comes to Christian Smith is his cover skills. If he can get his cover skills down a little bit better, then you can see this guy moving up my board. But right now, I see him going in the 2nd round. I'll say early to mid-2nd round. He might fall to the late 2nd round, early 3rd. If teams don't value linebacker in this draft, but he would be a great, fantastic ad for many of teams in the NFL, and he's a day 1 starter for plenty of teams, especially the Houston Texans.
Nice. My number 4 is also Christian Harris. Christian Harris to me is Benardrick McKinney 2.0. I agree with everything I said. His cover skills. I wasn't asked to go out and coverage a lot. Usually they had Toto Odo, your boy Toto Odo. Usually they had him covering more. But you can't get beyond the fact that the guy came to Alabama to be a safety and moved to backer. He just put on weight, retained his speed, and he's just a thumper. He's definitely a guy that I could definitely see going early 2nd, maybe possibly at the latest late 3rd. But if he drops below that, he's a steal for anybody, honestly, in my opinion. Number 3. Oh, this is where the shit gets deep. Nakobe Dean.
What?
That's my number 3.
Wow.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
Okay.
Nakobe Dean at number 3. Look, he's not your prototypical size. And if anyone knows me, I'm not a big size guy. That's not even really the big, thing that I look for in a backer. Yeah, he's only 6 foot. Yeah, he's only 225 pounds, but he could put on 5 pounds and he may grow another inch and he'll be just fine. It's not a big deal, right? My problem with him is that beyond his instinct and talent, which is he can accelerate well, he can diagnose a play, he can stuff the hole, he can do all those things you ask of him. But he is very liable in coverage. A lot of people are telling me he's a good coverage linebacker. I'm telling you right now, he's good on swing outs. He's good for maybe a post route from a tight end or so, maybe drop back in mid zone or something of that effect. But all in all, he is just not the number 1 inside backer in this class to me. And there's, for the next 2 reasons, is why. So my number 3 is going to be Nakobe Dean.
I'm glad we have some differences, because my number 3 linebacker is going to be Mr. Brandon Smith, Micah Parsons Jr. This guy, he took the reins over from Micah Parsons. He's shown that he was a leader at Penn State when he was given the opportunity to make big plays. He can rush the pass rusher. The guy can make plays sideline to sideline. Like, Brandon Smith is a guy, if he's there in the 2nd round at the top of that board, I will take him if I'm the Houston Texans. Absolutely. He's one of the guys that we missing. He reminds me of Kruger Hills right now, kind of.
Great
And
comparison.
yeah, and like I said, he has the speed. So this is a guy, and he can actually cover. He can cover too. He can cover too. He can
Yes,
do a
he
little
can.
bit of that. So that's why I got him at number 3. But my number 2 pick is a little bit better than this guy. And my number 2 pick is going to be Mr. Devin Lloyd out of Utah. He's a 3-down linebacker. He can do it all. He's Mr. He can do it all. He was a leader for Utah. He generates turnovers. He can get a lot of interceptions. He can stop the run. And Devin Lloyd is a guy, he's going to go in the first round. He's not going to fall to the second round. He's that talented. I would love for him to fall to the second round to the Houston Texans, but this guy is your all-around linebacker. To me, he reminds me of a guy like Bobby Wagner. He reminds me directly of Bobby Wagner. When I say the guy reminds me of Bobby Wagner when I watch his film, the guy has the same talents, the same skill set. If he gets with the right scheme, like a 4-3 as an inside linebacker, the man can be phenomenal.
It's another great comparison, by the way. Another great comparison. My number 2 is Brandon Smith. For the very reason that Wise even said it already. The man can cover. And he comes from linebacker U. There's nothing more I can say. The man is just all around, to me, a more complete back versus, let's say, a Nakobe Dean. All right. Now, everyone's going to disagree with this. I mean, hell, we disagree with it. Look at the videos that's going on right now. 6'3", 240-pounder that can run like lightning and cover. And I'm talking complex routes, not simple dump offs like Nakobe Dean covered most of the year. Let's go see the tape if you think I'm full of crap on that. This is why I have Brandon Smith over him, man. But he's not better than my number 1, which is Devin Lloyd. How can anyone say that Devin Lloyd is not the best linebacker in this class? It's astounding and fascinates me. This guy is the best all-around talent all across the board for linebackers.
I would agree.
Best. There's if you want him to stuff the run, you can stuff. If you want him to blitz, he can blitz off the edge. If you want him to play edge, middle, if you want him to cover zone, you want him to go if you want him to, he causes fumbles, he causes turnovers. I mean, I don't know what more else I have to say about this guy. He's fast. And again, 6'3", like 240 pounds, bro. Yeah, go ahead and sign me up for someone who is a playmaker and a field general that can play inside and out, cover, and stuff the hole, plus blitz. Yeah, sorry. Got to go with Devin Lloyd as the best one. He's the number 1.
See, and this is where we have our differences. I know you don't. I mean, I got Nakobe Dean as my number 1 linebacker. It's a 1A, it's a 1B with me when it comes to Nakobe Dean and Devin Lloyd.
I agree with that.
But the reasons why I do like Nakobe Dean is it depends on what scheme you run. I would love Nakobe Dean in a 3-4 scheme because the reason why is he reminds me of a guy like a Patrick Queen, a Devin Bush coming out of college. The guy, you can use him off the edge. He can rush off the edge really good. He can cover running backs out of the backfield. He can cover tight ends. I don't want to see him out there covering receivers or anything like that. But the guy has great pursuit. The guy has great pursuit. He has great angles when it comes to tackling, and he's good at stopping the fucking run. Excuse my language, but as a guy at his frame at 6 foot, 215, 220 pounds, the guy's small. And for his ability to be able to stop the run and be able to hit those holes, that's what's very impressive. And also the guy's a champion from a number 1 defense. So he can take that leadership into his new franchise that he's going to be going into. So that's why I do have him ranked as my number 1 with the edge over Devin Lloyd. But like we say, we got the combines coming up and everything. So we're going to see how these guys perform in one-on-ones against some of these receivers, some of these running backs. I'm very excited, Ray. What about you?
Well, man, I got to tell you, see, you kind of made a good point. See, the thing that separates Lloyd and Dean to me is just the motor, the want to hit, the want to make the play. Brandon Smith, I mean, he has that, but it's not always there. It's not always visible like what you would say with a Dean. But again, but my argument kind of goes to Brandon Smith didn't have a lot of help in the Penn State secondary.
No.
Nakobe Dean had a lot of help. He had one of the best defenses in a while, well, since probably 2019 LSU. And I'm not going to have an argument on which one's better. That's all, because that, to me, I don't think that's a non-starter and not even really a debate, honestly. It's 19 LSU for the record. But I just feel like either one of those guys, if they fell to Houston, which I don't think they will, just be honest, and that was our second pick overall, I would not be unhappy with it. I would not be unhappy with it. I'd be very happy with it, as a matter of fact. When it comes to combine, Senior Bowl, things like that, almost every one of the guys we mentioned on this list, again, will be at the Senior Bowl. That is why the Senior Bowl this year is more intriguing than most years, is because a lot of the prospects that Wise and I always talk about in the Discord, again, get in the Discord if you ain't in there, man, this Senior Bowl is going to prove a lot. You're going to see a lot of one-on-one matchups, man, and a lot of things that are going to come out. And then, of course, the physical gifts during Combine. Of course, everyone gets physical gifts during Combine.
Exactly. And before we go, let's do something that we've been doing in all of our videos. Let's take a quick look at PFF's list really fast.
Oh, shit.
Just to see what they think. All righty. So when we look at the inside linebacker board at PFF, number 1, they got Nakobe Dean.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of consensus around.
Yeah, number 2, Devin Lloyd. Okay, we agree. See, I mean, our list was kind of similar.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you something. If you're a stat sexual, if you look at that Nakobe Dean 91.9 pass rusher grade and 90.8 cover grade this season, please keep in mind that 90.8 cover grade was in the flats, out routes, 5 ins, 5 outs, cross. But just saying. Anyways, continue.
All right. And then number 3, Brandon Smith.
Yeah.
Number 4, Christian Harris. Number 5, Channing Tindall.
He shouldn't even be on this damn list.
Exactly.
Shouldn't be on his list.
Wow. Is it just because he's at Georgia is the reason why he's on the list?
I mean, well, like it says, he may be the fastest linebacker in the country. That's great and all, but just because you're fast doesn't translate to the next level.
Exactly.
Justin Ross, anybody? Like, for real,
Exactly. Or we can look at Deion Buchanan.
Yeah. Jabril Peppers. I mean, he hasn't had a great career considering what he was. Chad Muma from Wisconsin was my original dark horse.
I thought about putting him on my dark horse.
He was my original dark horse, bro. But I think if he comes and has good pro days and stuff, I think he's gonna fly up boards. And
got you.
I wanted to get someone who was gonna be way later, 5th, 6th, 7th.
Exactly.
Brian Asamoah from Oklahoma, him and Nick were side by side all year, and they're kind of similar in talent, quite frankly. I just think that Nick is more instinctive than Brian is, but kind of just to each his own. It goes back to what I said. What scheme do you run? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And
Jojo Doman, not even on my list. Exactly. Don't know why he's there. Nebraska had a horrible defense this year.
Exactly.
Moving on, and then my boy.
Yeah, that's your boy.
That's my boy right there. Yep.
So, I mean,
he started his career as a quarterback. I can't believe they have that on there. Usually they miss that shit. Anyway.
Exactly. I mean, when you look at our list compared to PFF list, it was some differences in the order and everything, but especially at that number 5. I mean, like our number 5 or our dark horses wasn't on there. They just ranking some guys. I don't know. Yeah. Well, their 5 to 9 list is kind of trash. I do like Troy Anderson. I do like Chad Muma, but other than that, I'll take the guys that we picked over those guys.
You know what? Can I plug one more?
Go ahead.
That's not here. Mike Rose from Iowa State. Okay. Go watch some of his highlights.
All right.
That's all I'll say. Very intriguing kind of. I get a Simon vibe from him.
John Simon?
Yep. I get a Simon vibe from him.
And just for my haters like Braylon, Don't sleep on my boy Toto Oros. Yes,
Toto Oros.
yes.
Toto
Just because
Oros.
of his name,
Yeah.
I gotta take a minute
I
this
don't know if
round.
that's his name or not. I think it's like it's two out
It's
two or
Tudo,
something like that. I don't know.
but we just gonna call him Toto Oros. But
Yeah.
thank
Like
you,
Udo
Sauce
Noodle.
Nation. Thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure y'all leave a comment. Like I said, if y'all disagree with the list or y'all agree with the list, drop a comment. We love to see y'all interacting with the videos and everything like that. Be sure to join the Discord as well, or the Patreon, and like the video. Hit the subscribe button. I'm gonna say it a million times.
Yep. Always hated, never duplicated.
There will be another round table. There will never be another round table.
There will never be another round. We'll leave it at that. Anyways, thank you guys for your time. We'll see y'all later.
Perfect.